So over the years, we've had many iconic gaming duos such as Dom and Marcus, Jack and Daxter, and who can forget the Boss and Pierce, man. But I never, ever hear anyone talk about Kane and Lynch. I don't know why. I really don't. Maybe they was lost to time and forgotten about, or their games were just really bad. But I really do vividly remember these games from my childhood. Like, I even remember my dad playing the first Kane and Lynch. That's how I knew about Kane and Lynch. So I'm pretty sure it used to be pretty big back in the day. But yeah, the other day I sat back and I thought, wait, Kane and Lynch, I remember that game. Wait, where's it gone? What happened to it? So with that thought, I actually picked up both games to make a video on, obviously, because we're trying to grow out here. We're trying to make videos, okay? We're trying to be one of those big gaming YouTubers that I'm totally jealous of, because I'm literally broke right now, and I spent my last pennies on Kane and Lynch 1 and 2. And because I'm a little bit of a show-off, I did pick up both the limited editions for Kane and Lynch 1 and 2, and it seems like they really went all out with the first game's limited edition, because it actually comes in this cool epic art like case thing, which has some really cool images of both Kane and Lynch, and I really do like it. And it also does come with a bonus disc, and I love me some bonus discs. But the second game, on the other hand, comes in a cardboard sleeve, and it's just a normal game case, and it comes with DLC for the multiplayer mode. Whoa, you can't even play it anymore because the servers are dead. Like, yay, I just wanted some extra masks and guns like you advertised on the back. Anyways, enough talking, let's just get into the first game, Kane and Lynch Dead Men. The gameplay in this game is your average third-person shooter. You all know what those are, right? But it does have the epic squad commands gimmick that you see in like Rainbow Six Vegas and stuff, but obviously not as good as that because that's a literal tactical shooter. But Kane and Lynch Dead Men does try its very best with these squad command gimmicks, and unfortunately they barely work half of the time because of the doo-doo AI.
Stay close.
I'm coming.
Over here.
Yeah,
Follow me. Get over here.
Come on, would you stop barking orders at me like that?
Close.
Like, for some weird reason, your squad or whatever team member you're with just run out into the open and get killed. Like, if I see Lynch has died one more goddamn time, I'm gonna blow my brain. And for a game that came out way back then, the amount of NPCs that they fit on a screen at once is actually impressive. Like, it's kind of annoying, but it's really impressive for the time it came out. Like, even though the frame rate gets a little bit bad, but, you know, it's a janky game, so I could give it the benefit of the doubt. And for a third-person shooter on the Xbox 360, with one of the best controllers to ever exist, you would think the game would have aim assist, right? No, the game does not have aim assist on controller. Like, what? What is it? What? And it honestly makes the gameplay way more difficult and way more annoying. Like, it's probably better on the PC, but, you know, I don't really want to play a game that old on the PC because I don't really want to go through all them fixes, even though it is on GOG, and I'm not sponsored by GOG, so I didn't play the GOG version. I pray one day that I get a GOG sponsor. But yeah, the gunplay in this game, not very good. Not to my taste, and I did get used to it over the course of the game, but I lost my mind way too many times, and we'll get into that soon. Okay, I've got a serious question. Does anybody want some chicken wings? The game doesn't just have janky gunplay, but it also has janky animations and janky cutscenes, and everything is just pure jank. I know that word is so overused, but it's just jank through and through. Like, it's funny, but it's also annoying. Like, when I got killed by my own goddamn daughter while she was driving the car away at the boss battle part. Like, I'm not even joking. That actually happened in my playthrough. Like, you'd only see that kind of stuff in a game like this. But despite the jank, I absolutely love the dynamic between Kane and Lynch, especially in this game, like, compared to the second. It's still good in the second, by the way. I just prefer this one. With Kane being calm and calculated, but unhinged when it comes to his daughter. You know, because a dad's got to do what he's got to do. He's got to protect his daughter, right? And Lynch being absolutely crazy and unhinged due to his schizophrenia, which he has to take medication for, which sometimes he actually doesn't. So yeah, he's pretty crazy. It's kind of like a watered down Trevor, I guess. But Kane and Lynch did it first. They did it first, okay? But of course, Lynch is just overall the best character. That's the reason they made him the main protagonist in the second game, of course. He's just a little bit more interesting because he's crazy. I just love crazy characters, even though I love Kane. Kane is pretty cool. He's literally got one eye and a bald spot, but we don't talk about that. Overall, the story is pretty bog standard. It's like a guilt and revenge story with enough emotion to get you somewhat hooked, but it doesn't do anything crazy. Like, it's very just middle of the road and like easy to follow. But despite the story being like somewhat alright, the gameplay brings it down want a lot, and I mean a lot. For example, this underwhelming escape from the cop sequence. Like, that's supposed to be one of the most coolest sequences in any game ever. Escaping from the cops. Oh my god, like shooting from the car, like, oh, explosions. Not in this game, though. Not in this game. And don't get me started on the Havana level. Please don't let me talk about it, okay? Because Jesus Christ, I wanted to literally like jump out of my window. I genuinely hated my life every single moment I was playing that Havana level. Like, whose bright idea was to make that section so hard? Not just with the countless enemies, no, with that smelly chopper flying around, literally one-tapping you. And not just that, no. There's something even more annoying in that level, and it's this.
No problem. I'll see you.
That voice line got repeated so many times that I started hearing that shit in my sleep. I can literally hear it in my head right now. I mean, it's not just like this specific section. I feel like it's the whole of the latter part of the game, because there's even a death trap part further in the game as well, where I just died so many times. Maybe it's a skill issue, but I feel like the guns are just so bad in this game that you can barely hit anything from a far range. And the gun spread, the recoil, just everything. The guns suck, okay? The guns are really bad. And why does it even allow you to end game your own daughter in this section? Like, why? I had to play this like so many times. I just kept killing her over and over again because she just kept getting in the way. At this point, it might just be me. It genuinely might just be my incompetence and lack of skills when it comes to video games. I don't know. Anyways, in the end, you have one or two choices. Save the men and your daughter dies, or leave in the chopper and your daughter hates you. Yeah, those are the endings. Both are god awful. I think when you get to the Havana level, like, they just stop caring about like the story and just everything. Like, they just didn't give a fuck. They was just like, here you go, here's a game, you know, let's just rush it. Let's just make it so difficult that nobody actually gets to the end of the game to see these god awful endings. I don't know, maybe that's what they did. I think that's what they did. Anyways, let's move on to Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days. The aesthetic and overall style of this game is literally amazing. Like, it's absolutely like sick. It's so sick. And honestly, it's what carries it, making it way more unique than the first one. I feel like the first one was very white and gray, I guess. Like, it was very washed out. But this game has the charm. This game has the style. This game has the aesthetic. And it's not a nice looking aesthetic. No, it looks ugly, okay? It looks bad, but it's so good because it's bad. It has these pixelated effects every time you blow someone's head off. Exactly how it would look like if someone edited a video or something, which is cool. It has light effects from the camera. Camera shakes whilst running, which makes you throw up. So if you have motion sickness, please don't play this game. And the sound effects are phenomenal. Like, it literally sounds like it's being recorded on a camera, especially with the explosions. So yeah, the whole style is literally like it's being filmed by a camera guy. Like, even when you die, the camera falls over. And the fact that this game was hated so much at release, like, because of how ugly it looks, it's insane, because it was definitely ahead of its time, like 100%. And just like the first game, the story is very similar, and by that I mean it isn't very good. Like, it's not a good story. It's kind of like a revenge story, but to be honest, it's an entire mess of I don't even know what. Like, it just kind of starts, Lynch runs around booty naked, and it ends. That's literally it. I don't even know what happened in the game. But this game is way more morbid and graphic with its themes and stuff, which I do like. But the story, yeah, it isn't there. Like, it just isn't good. But I mean, Kane and Lynch 1 set the bar kind of low, so no wonder it's not that great. But the gunplay, on the other hand, oh my god, it's way better. Like, the gun variety is insanely good. Like, I love the shotguns in this game. The only thing is, like, sometimes enemies kind of feel like you're loading an entire clip into them because they have like body armor and stuff. But for the most part, I love the guns. I love the gunplay in this game compared to the first game, and it actually has aim assist. Yay, it actually does. A third-person shooter that actually has aim assist on the Xbox 360. Who would have thought? And not just that, they added a whole system where you could just throw a fuel can and explode the enemies to Kingdom Come. And just to make it even easier, you literally auto-lock onto it when you throw it. Yeah, no matter where you're standing, where you are, it just auto-locks, fires, and explodes. So, yeah, thanks for making the game way more easier for me. But like I said, what brings it down is the story.
You little British shit.
But the only annoying part in this game for me was this helicopter boss sequence where you have to shoot it down with your normal guns. I literally don't even know why they didn't just throw some RPGs in there. I don't know why they couldn't do that. I mean, maybe they was there and it was just invisible and I couldn't see them. Either way, this section just was annoying. I didn't like it. But the most annoying thing is the amount of enemies this game throws at you. Like, calm down with the enemies, man. You didn't have to throw so many enemies in every single room. And just to bring it back full circle to the first game, you actually play as Kane in the last mission. So the entire game, you're just playing as Lynch. But the last mission, you're playing as Kane. And it ends with you hopping on a plane. That's it. That's the ending. You just hop on a plane and the game ends. Again, I feel like they just felt like, you know what, let's just wrap this up. I don't care about this game. Let's just get it over with. And trust me, this has to be one of the shortest games I've ever played in my entire life. Like, it's literally just over 2 hours. That is criminal, man. And the fact that this game released at full price for just being over 2 hours, yeah, no wonder people were pissed. No wonder people did not like this game. Overall, I would say the Kane and Lynch franchise is so bad that it's good. Like, they are genuinely janky masterpieces, both of the games. And I say this with all the passion in my body. Please try them out. Just try the games out because they are gems in their own right. But yeah, anyways, I hope you really did enjoy this video. I just wanted to say for the people that actually, you know, watch my content consistently, I'm really trying to up my upload schedule and get videos out way more often. Maybe every 2 to 3 days or something like that. Making these smaller, more condensed videos on games. And I just want you guys to let me know if you actually enjoy that. If you enjoy these videos more or if they're just the same. Like, it's just the same video and you don't really care. I feel like I just want to get more content out there because there's so many, and I mean so many games I want to make videos on. Like, my entire 360 collection is insanely massive and I want to get through practically all of them. And obviously my Steam library too, because my Steam is insane. But yeah, I really do hope you enjoyed. And if you are new, like and subscribe and all that cool stuff. You already know what to do. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
With fists like these, I don't even gotta pack no heat. You can't stop me, son.